Hi, I am Kiholo, and I want to just caution us on how we should treat online exams, especially now that almost everything is going digital. When you're dealing with exams that requires you to do some quantitatives or the student to do calculations, be informed that there are very many tools available online that could be used. So I want to use this to emphasize the need for proctoring and the proper proctoring. This exam is in a learning management system. It is timed. It is supposed to last for 40 minutes. There's a countdown there. I have the first question here, which requires the student to compute some few things here. I want to demonstrate that students can easily cheat if you are not careful. So I will copy this data that is there. And instead of working out these things using a calculator or whatever method that was approved, I will go to an application. I have one called GeoGebra here, which the students can freely download from internet and install on their machines. Then I'll highlight my figures. I have just pasted them here from Moodle. I have now highlighted them. And just go to this tool for one variable analysis. And there I do analyze one variable analysis. So there it is. I have my data displayed. Then I say analyze. On this right side, you can see I have been given a whole summary of what is being requested. So I'll just copy these figures and enter them in the LMS environment. So you can see it even gives me things that I'm not even required to feed. If there is anything like coefficient of variation that is not displayed here, it will be very easy for students who knows the formula to just pick the two values and compute it fast, very fast, and then move back here and feed this area with those elements, and you have mark that student to have passed, yet this student does not know how to work those things out. Now, if they don't have that GeoGebra, and assuming that they're in a cyber cave, they don't need to have anything installed. They move to online platforms. They pick systems like this one. We have Wolfram Alpha, a computational intelligence engine. You just need to use the URL as it is up here. Once you type wolframalpha.com, you will get here. And then you paste the data here, the same data, and color brackets. You put it within color brackets like that. Then you press enter. There, the computer will do some intelligence analysis, and you have this summary. You can see the mean, the median, standard deviation. They are given here, and the more is available. Yeah, you can see sample, standard deviation, sample variance, intercorrelate, blah, blah, coefficient of variation, part of what I was asking, skewness, kurtosis, confidence intervals are there. There's even a graph, another box plot is also provided, stem and leaf, everything that anybody can think about this simple data is provided. Now, if they have already been with you for some time, they may have also realized that there are some tools like Overleaf that a wise and a clever student can integrate with R to be able to do some computations. And here I will bring my data into this. Note that this is my own environment that I have pre-created with anticipation that these type of questions will come, and I will be able to paste my data there, then press compile on my light top side. And there I have the computations done for me. You can see the sum of x, the sum of x squared, the variance, the estimated population variance, coefficient of variation. I have even the quartiles. I can get the interquartile range. Even other things like Boyle's coefficient of skewness, I have been able to compute them just by a click of a button. And the student will now move to the online platform and feed the answers, and then proceed to the next question, or just submit if that was the only question. Can it go to functions? Yes. And I want to begin again with GeoGebra. This student can come here and just type a function. Let me go to computer assisted. So this is an example I had here. And you can just change it with anything you want. Let's say x squared sin x for now to x squared sin x, you just type there. Then you come here. Do you want to differentiate? Yes, it gives you the derivative. Do you want to integrate? Yeah, you get the integral. Do you want to solve it? You can also solve. You can see it is giving you very good solutions, and so on. It will be assumed that this the function was equated to 0. So it is going to give you the solution. Now, you can do many things. Even numerical solutions can be provided. And even graphing, this thing will just graph it automatically. If you just paste it here, x squared, then multiplied by sin x, x, you see, it just gives you the graph automatically. The graph is drawn instantly. That is it. Everything. Now, suppose this person does not have GeoGebra. You just go again to the knowledge engine and do the same. You just replace my data here with that function, x squared sin x, and just press enter. What happens? The same thing will happen. You can see the graph has even come. So if they were to do a graph, they will just even be able to pick the points. If they were supposed to feed some answers that are coming from the graph, it even gives you alternative forms of the same function. Proceed to solutions after solving. The expansion using Taylor series. The derivative is here. And if they were to show the workings, step-by-step solutions can also be provided. All what they need is they subscribe to this software. They can see they are being told to go to Plum. And once they have done that, everything will be available. Now you can imagine that if they were to feed the answers to this environment, assuming that you had given them a function to do the derivative, to do this, to solve, they will just give you the answers directly. So what is the recommendation? Because they can pre-program their environment to solve even this particular one, the one I've just said, I can do everything, including pre-programmed functions, derivatives, everything, graphing. So we are recommending that you ensure that your exam is proctored. Your exam is properly proctored. Ensure that the student cannot access any application within their machine. They should not be able to access the internet, and that can be enabled using our safe exam browsers. That is very possible. And then you ensure that they don't even have a secondary device that can allow them to access these tools. In fact, if they have a phone and they go to an application called Photomat, Photomat is even going to allow them to just handwrite the function on paper, take a snapshot with a phone, and it will provide step-by-step solutions. And if you told them they work out the answers, and then they hand them over to you, they will just actually give you very correct answers, but they never worked them out. They just used their phone, and they now copied to the paper. And you will be very tired going through a lot of calculations that were never done by the student. So I warn you now, For other quantitative like accounting, where they want to do balance sheets, trial balances, these things are there. They are there. Of course, I have not created that because that's not my area. But if you go to Google spreadsheet, you'll see some templates, and you'll be able to find a way of creating some of those things almost instantly. I just need the data, I put it in a certain sheet, then the other one will give me a trial balance, the other one will give me a balance sheet, and there I just copy and transfer everything to the paper. Therefore, we need to become a bit more innovative in how we administer this. Maybe we may even think about looking for other ways, because the calculations are being done automatically by the systems. And this is not going to go backwards. So what do we want these students to do after they finish this course? Because we know for sure they will not be doing calculations. Balance sheets are disappearing. They will all be automated. So what do we want them to do? Maybe we need to re-engineer the whole concept of testing quantitatives, and I leave it to you to think about how best we can do this. But for now, let's think about proctoring, because we may not suddenly change the exams we have been giving, because we need to also move step by step. Thank you very much.